Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chair Podcast number 7. Uh, Obviously, there's more important things going on than just having a podcast and honestly, all you can do is just hope things get better, hope justice is served, and hope things can settle down. I want to talk about the events that happened. Floyd, with police, with looting, with all these things going on and more. It's just a terrible, terrible thing. And we have a lot to do as citizens, as humans, for one another and to one another. We have to do better, all of us. I think in my mind, there's just so much that needs to be done. Uh, you got the police that have to be better. Not all police are bad, but I remember I keep saying this 91, 92 maybe. Not all police are bad, just 90% of them. And it seems to be that way, but maybe a little less. But we're seeing examples of the bad happening more. And I think finally there is, I think, the uprising, but you have protests, which are great. You get something like that, and you hope justice is served. You know they got one officer, but there's three others you have to get, and you know they all have to be guilty by association. They were there. They didn't stop what was going on. The officer had the knee on Floyd the whole time. Killed him. I'm reminded of the movie Do the Right Thing. One of my favorite movies. And pretty much the same thing happened in there, where they strangled Radio Raheem, and he died right then and there. That set off a riot. It's almost scripted. But this is now 2020. Obviously a shitty year. And now you have more shit going on. And it comes to a point now where, hey, what else can go wrong? Well, let's start off with protesting. Now, gotta give it up to the protesters out there. Yes, they're not obeying the curfew laws. You can go to jail for that, and you'll get out. It's the looters that are the problem. And they're not all black. You know that. You've seen that. You got Latinos out there and whites out there that are not for the cause. We also have black people out there, just young people, I should say, not doing the right thing. But you also have the pro-black people out there telling the non-black people, we don't need your help. You're only hurting, you're not helping. So even with one cause, there's division, and I hate that. But maybe the pro-black is right, just stay home. to non-blacks, just stay home. We don't need you out here setting a bad example. It's just terrible what is going on. Once darkness comes, then you see looting, disobedience. That's a word. Disobedience. um, this has now become a nightly thing now to watch the news and you see stuff happening. Not where I am particularly, and down in San Diego there's been protesting and some looting, but not as much as Los Angeles. It's been a free-for-all. It has 92 written all over it, but that was, again, just a bunch of copycats. And they were all, El Salvadorian, or Mexican, black. I didn't see any white because back then whites didn't go into any hoods. And certain people took over the hoods and the white flight happened and then that was that. So, what to do now? I mean, police can't be everywhere, the National Guard can't be everywhere, the forced curfews, and now you're seeing what's happening. Even with the curfews, there's still looting going on. Somehow this will all have to end. But you have all these kids, and this was the next point I was going to make. You have all these kids that are bored. They've been quarantined. They've been stuck in their houses, not being able to hang out and go party or go, some of them want jobs, but some don't. But you have most of these kids, and they all have cell phones, they all have social media, so they all want to be seen. They all want to be out there and for the cause. But now, they're taking things so far that it's become just honest stupidity. Where it's not even for the cause anymore of protesting. It's to loot, it's to steal, to harm, it's to hurt instead of help. And all I'm hoping is that the verdict comes back and they're all guilty, the cops in Minnesota. Excuse me. And as I watch more news, you have all these chases, you have all these, people doing bad. It's just awful. It really is. You just have the worst people with the worst intentions because their minds aren't right. And you say, hey, it starts when you don't have a father, you don't have opportunity, you don't have rights, being discriminated against, that makes you act out. And we see that with some of the people out there. But to me, I blame social media with everything going on. You got all the people with phones and they're talking and just promoting themselves out there, not for the cause, at least not for the non-protesters, but they're just out there saying, hey, we're gonna do damage, we're gonna loot, and still gonna do harm. Like I said, it has nothing to do with the death of George Floyd. Nothing. And that's just bullshit. I don't get people's mind frames. Yes, you're mad, but that's not the issue. The issue is what's going to happen. Yes, you can protest, you can do everything like that, right? But don't go out and lose. You're just showing your ignorance. You're making it easier for people that hate you to validate their thoughts about you. Change what they think about you. Don't just keep the bad things going that they think about you. Change that by doing things the right way. Enforcing the justice. Enforcing what should happen. That's what it should be. So all these people out here in all these cities, and I believe there's 75 cities where there's been the National Guard out there, excuse me, and taking over. And when you think about it, it's the big cities out there. So, you think of 75 cities, and the big cities, it's pretty much them. That's what, the one thing I do not understand, you got social media plays a big part in this too. I know there's black people in Salt Lake City. It's not LA, right? But there's white kids out here protesting. And then looting. Hardly see any black people out there. And they're not with them. They're doing... It's just... We don't get that. It just makes no sense whatsoever. I hate saying this, but... And I hate quoting certain people that I don't like. Remember LeVar Ball? I haven't heard that name in a while because he's been irrelevant since his son was traded from LA in that spotlight. But he once said, stay in your lane. I think we're all going to have to do that. If we can't be unified, we're all going to just have to stay in our lanes and be wanting the same thing, but we know we all can't get together and have it. There's just no way in hell. You can hope for it. But a lot of people don't even want that. After all this is over, there's still going to be hatred toward one another. It's not going to be all unified. So I don't get what... Excuse me, I don't get... I just don't get what's going on, honestly. It just doesn't make sense with everything going on, and I just hope it ends real soon. I keep watching the news, there's all these chases going on, one after another, because they're breaking curfew, and you have people looting and, out on foot after long chases. It's just madness. It's just crazy. There's one chase after another. It's like a buffet if you love these things. If you love not Law and Order, but you love action, I guess. But I hope everybody is okay. So I guess maybe that's me. It's just amazing. So I wanted to speak up on that first and foremost on this podcast number 7 of the chair. Break it all down, simplify everything. We all know justice has to be served. No matter what color you are, you know it's only right that those other 3, and then the cop who had the knee on the neck of Floyd should all be in prison, charged, you know. Can't have a repeat. Everybody's seen the videotape. I went days without seeing it just because I figured it wasn't much, and that's ignorance by me, just because it was just another incident that could go on. But again, I make the point, the people that are protesting just said, fuck it, we're gonna go out, forget the virus going on. Oh, by the way, there's coronavirus going on. You know, we've been stuck in our homes, not able to do much. We're just gonna go out and have a little fun. But we're gonna be for a cause. But in order to have fun, we have to do something illegal. That's what's bothersome about me and the new generation. It was it's just amazing what's going on. I can't believe. I think of the words of Dr. King and others who do right instead of wrong. And it makes me, excuse me, it hurts, you know, just seeing what's going on, and I'm just hopeful that it all ends soon, and you can't say things are gonna get back to normal, but you know, where everybody was careful with one another and quarantined, and then just happy that they're safe from the virus, if there is one. I know a lot of people are skeptical and they think the numbers are inflated to scare. Then I have other people on the other side of that in the medical field that say no, it's here. You know, it's out there. So I'm dumbfounded by how many people. I think again, this is because social media. Oh man. Watching news now, there's a chase going on. If you hear something, that's what's going on, and the danger. It's just something you have to watch for, because you never know. It could be going through your neighborhood. It's just amazing to think about that. Anything. Keeping tabs on everything across the country. I'm just hating everything going on, and like I said, hopefully you know, I hate making this assumption. I hate it. But I recall nothing really going on when the last dance was happening. All those 5 Sundays, right? For the Michael Jordan documentary. And all of a sudden, this happens. It's just seems like perfect timing. But then again, these killings of black people by cops just happen all the time. It just depends who covers them, how much footage is out there, and the reaction. And obviously, everybody again being home, everybody can everybody can react, and then everybody can react, and then do something about it. So it's just terrifying to think that as we move on, it's terrifying to think that that group and NAFTA is out there you know, starting these riots, starting these things, and they're just white Matilda getting blacks in trouble. That's what it seems like to me happening. So, if you see a white guy dressed up all in black and has like a mask on or a helmet or something like that, giving out rocks and bricks to black people so they can think that they're on their side to start trouble, reporting, killing, do something. They are the root of the problems out there. Not so much black people, because a lot of them just want to protest, but then they're influenced. I understand that. I see what's going on. There's been cases like this. And it honestly happened on last Friday, if you recall, in Minnesota. At that auto zone, I think it was. Anyway, this white guy, all dressed up in black, he started to break windows with a stick, I believe. And he had black people coming up to him saying, "What the hell are you doing?" And the white guy dressed up all in black just says, "Screw it, I'm out of here." Everybody starts to follow him with the video cameras on their phone. It's amazing the inside jobs that are going on right now. It's just so unpredictable, pretty much, if you don't know what's going on. I need some water, and again, following the news and all this going on, I don't know who you trust. I just hope people are safe. Locally, where I am, nothing's been going on. But I was down south helping out people move and all that. And what I've seen was crazy on Saturday, on the 29th, or the 30th, excuse me. I just left La Mesa, the area around La Mesa. I get home hours later, back up north, and shit just went crazy in La Mesa. Like, I was going by La Mesa like 3 or 4 times on Saturday. And I saw nothing, I heard nothing. I did mention to someone the day before, hey, they might be protesting at the police station at City Hall. And they did the next day. And they're protesting, and Supposedly, uh, it was peaceful, and there's tear gas, and that just started everything up. They were lighting stuff on fire. The protesters and then looters. See, I don't know what to call them. Either they were protesters and then they became looters. That's all I could think of. But I think people got to see what was going on and went into the area. La Mesa started looting. I remember this shopping center that I probably went to once. Well, it was a a Vons and a Pizza Hut and a beauty supply place and Panda Express. So all stuff being looted out of there and put on fire. And then down the way in the same city, they were setting cars on fire. They were setting fire trucks on fire. Not fire trucks, but a Baton Chief Chevy truck, a GMC truck. Later that night, they set two banks on fire, which I couldn't believe that they would set banks on fire. I don't know the purpose of that, other from, someone probably saying, they're the 1%, then it just becomes an anonymous thing. It just becomes, something that you would never really think would happen, just because you probably can't get to the money in there. I don't know why you would burn that down. I'd understand looting and burning down businesses, and they did a couple in the area of those banks, but the cleanup happened, and it was good to see La Mesa and the people there, because I know a lot of people around there. That's what hurts the most, because I was thinking about all those people that night, and that morning I had hardly gotten any sleep going into Sunday, because I was messaging those people that I knew out there. And luckily, everybody was fine. They were home. They were out of harm's way. But still, you're just like a nervous. I was just a nervous wreck, honestly. I couldn't believe what the hell was going on. You got copycats seeing what was going on in LA, just doing that in other places. So that's where the media, that's where social media comes in as bad, because you've got influences that you really don't want, because then you'll have a wildfire of things happening like that. So it's just, in the end, great that you're out protesting. And if you're another color, hey, make sure it's okay with certain people out there. But hey, can I join you? And I'm not here to hurt your cause. I'm here to help it. I'm on your side. That's what it should be about. Being on the people's side when they need help the most. And it's for the right cause. That's what it should be about. Not violence. It's just madness. What's going on. It just makes me think. Excuse me, I couldn't believe what was going on. I can't believe the things going on, honestly. It's just, it's something you'll never forget. You hope you never see it again in your lifetime. But that's never a guarantee. I'm just horrified for the future and what and what kids are gonna have to watch. I'm horrified for that. You know, it's made me think different about like breeding and the future just because of what I've seen. The horrible influences out there. The people that do wrong from right. It's just the worst images that come up. I'm thinking, oh God, what the hell is going to happen next? And that's what the year 2020 has been as we transition. Talk about that. You got Kobe dying. You got virus. You got supposedly murder hornets on the way. Cancellation of everything you have. And oh gosh, the amount of car chases is just amazing tonight. I can't believe what's going on. Yesterday it was looting and fires. Today it's car chases with people disobeying curfew here or up in Los Angeles. But yeah, again, it's back to 2020. It's like everything delayed, everything is stopped. Death because of the virus. And then you're questioning the virus, and then you have people confusing you about the virus. But then, you have medical people not confusing you. And I'm not taking sides on anything. I'm just, for my safety, I'll just do what I have to do. That's it. That's it. And I know they're supposed to open up stuff, but I don't know about now. Because you can't trust anybody going out right now. I've made it to be where, hey, if anything goes on, I'm ordering stuff online. And I have. I'm not going out for shit. Unless I'm going to work, and I'll come straight back. I mean, who knows? I could be at Walmart, they start looting, they see me and stuff. I'm as guilty as everyone in there. So imagine looting from a Walmart. I don't think that's a crime. Again, to really think of what's going on, I'm just hoping, hey, we have a verdict, we have a case that needs no question about it, where Floyd's death is it's unlawful. Could have been and should have been avoided. And I heard it was all over a counterfeit $20 bill. I always mention in my head about the MLK quote where he said, don't judge people by their race but by their character. Well, there's certain guidelines there. There's assumptions. There's risks. But there's hope. And just hope there's no wrongdoing in all of us. You want to think everybody is good.
Yeah, they are. They're on the south side.
That's just not the case.
South side of the street, south of the parking structure.
I'd imagine everybody is guilty of something. It could be the smallest of things, it could be murder. I don't know what to think now about the generation growing up now. He's getting all these bad examples and then
Jack or Jamie, did you guys give the shot already?
acting on them.
It's 6 o'clock.
I just can't get over the fact what's been going on and people are defending it just because they're on the side. If you're not for the human race, you shouldn't even be alive.
Jack and Jamie, this is what I'm hearing from LAPD.
It's as simple as that.
87 in custody.
Don't pick sides. Don't be ignorant.
And mine.
Be for the human race. Be what's for good. And if you're proud of your race, that's fine. That's great. I honestly am not proud of any race that I am because I don't care. I think that just starts more trouble. When you talk about, oh, but I'm Latino, and I'm better because of that. No. When people say, oh, I'm white, I'm superior, I have privilege. No. You shouldn't. I'm Asian, I'm smarter than all of you. I'm more responsible than you. Or black, when they say, okay, I have power, I'm stronger, or I'm poor, I'm hurt. Yeah, okay, I can see what you mean. You saw the examples, you've seen what's gone on. Okay, I could defend you on that because it was wrong what happened to you. Okay, this is what it's all about. But don't do any wrongdoing when you're trying to defend what's right. Simple as that. I want to get to a point. I don't care who you are or what you are. And I'm ignorant myself sometimes. But I just want to get to a point where I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I just don't want to assume anymore just because you look a certain way, act a certain way. I just want to know, if you're going to do harm to me, then, then I will defend myself. But I always remember my mom just say, hey, love everybody. It's hard. It's so hard because everybody picks sides. And picks their own. And then when you try to pick or help a side, they either don't want your help or you think you're in the way when you're just trying to help. And that's why I see with black and white right now. Because of what happened. I'm just sad about it all. I go to bed late now just watching news and thinking, what's going to happen next because of all this. The difference is, of course, in LA and maybe other cities, You can call these riots, you can call them whatever you want. Excuse me, but certain races haven't been targeted and killed. Certain people, and that's been the big difference. You know, 1992 with the riots in LA, that was the uprising of African Americans, right? And they were killing blacks, Latinos, Asians. And that was wrong, of course. Now we have a generation here where it hasn't happened yet because there hasn't been a verdict that's gonna arrive. But I'm afraid to know when and if the verdict comes and let's say not guilty. That will start up another uprising. Or okay, I'm not gonna leave my house at all. It doesn't matter what shirt I wear. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter anything. It doesn't matter anything at all. People are gonna act out. They don't know any better. They're lost. They don't want to be found. They don't care to be found. And again, that's just plain ignorance by whoever that is. It's just wrong. I don't care. You can unfollow me, you can unfriend me, you can turn this off. I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to say. If you're offended, which I know some of you are, a lot of you are in this generation, it's simple. Get at me, talk to me, or just don't. I'm gonna say my piece because everybody else has said theirs. And others have said they're out of hysteria. I'm saying it out of what I think and what is truth to me. It's about the human race. It's not about just... I get so confused sometimes. So I'm thinking like, I understand the oppression. A lot of you weren't there for it. But you're not affected now as they were back then. You are oppressed, but you can do something about it now. Because everyone is on your side if you allow them to. We have to control and maintain what's right and what gets the job done. It's as simple as that. Can't make it something where you're only benefiting. It has to benefit everyone. So that's my thinking about all this going on. I've been watching the news, seeing people on deserted curfews getting pulled over and stopped and arrested. Just hoping that will help. But this is going to be it feels like it's going to be an every damn day doing. Where since there's social media, since the quarantine's gone on and it's still on, people are wanting to go out and do stuff, and be somewhere seen with others, and pretty much hang out. There's gonna be more of us. There's gonna be more people getting arrested and just hurting their chances being productive. That's all it is. I'm afraid for those people, but they got themselves in that situation. Being outlaid and not doing the right thing. And therefore your freedom's being taken away. Because you're not doing the right thing. Why go to jail when you can come back the next day and do the right thing? It just makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, I've been on here now at almost an hour.